Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Tiara Junita and my student's number is 232122096. And in this video, I will explain about teaching method using communicative language teaching or CLT. And I will show you how to practice it in the classroom. But the first, I will explain about what is communicative language teaching is. So, communicative language teaching is a broad philosophical approach to language teaching that emphasizes communicative competence as the primary goal. It posits that language is a system for communication and that learning a language successfully comes from having to communicate real meaning. The focus shifts from grammatical perfection or accuracy to successful message conveyancy or fluency. Okay, the next is why is it used? So, CLT is used to prepare learners for real-life communication where the primary goals is to understand and be understood. And second is to make the classroom a dynamic environment where students use language as a tool for interaction, not just as an object of study. And the last is to develop learners' ability to function in a variety of social contexts using appropriate language. And the next is the key benefits of CLT. The first is build practical communicative competence. CLT directly develops the skills needed for real-world interactions, including linguistic, sociolinguistic, and strategic competence. Students learn what to say, how to say it appropriately, and how to manage communication breakdowns. And the second is significantly increases learner confidence and motivation by creating a supportive environment where the goal is getting your meaning across. CLT reduces the fear of making mistakes. Students are often more motivated because the tasks are engaging, relevant, and mimic real life situations. And the third is develops strategic language users. Learners become adept and using communication strategies like paraphrasing, using gestures, asking for clarification, and simplifying their message to compensate for gaps in their knowledge. This is a crucial skill for any language user. And the fourth is promotes fluency and spontaneity. The constant practice of using language is unrehearsed situations help students become more fluid and spontaneous speakers, moving beyond pre-learned dialogues and scripted responses. And the last is fosters learner autonomy and interaction. The classroom becomes a collaborative space where students learn from each other through interaction. The teacher's roles shift from being the sole source of knowledge to being a facilitator of communication, empowering students to take control of their learning. And the next is the example of this method. Instead of a grammar drill on the past tense, students perform a role play where one acts as a police officer and the other as a witness to a minor accident. They must interact using whatever language they have explained what happened, focusing on achieving the communicative goal or filling a report rather than perfect grammar. So, how is it applied in the real classroom? For example, the first is define a communicative goal. The goal is to negotiate a weekend trip plan. And second, provide context and language. The instructor sets the scenario and provides useful language, for example, how about, I prefer, and the other. And the third is execute a communicative task. Students engage in a role play in threes, each with a distinct role: adventure lover, culture enthusiast, mediator, and must reach a consensus. And the fourth, provide feedback on communication. Feedback focuses on the success of the negotiation and fluency, not on grammatical errors that did not hinder understanding. And now I will show you a demonstration video of how this method is used. Okay, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
In today's lesson, we will practice real-life communication through a fun task that about planning a weekend trip. Okay, for today's goal is to practice fluent speaking and negotiation in a realistic context, to use functional language for making suggestions, agreeing and disagreeing politely, and to perform a short fun role play with a partner. Okay, now let's role play. Okay, before we role play, this is the useful language that can be used to make a script for role play. This is for making suggestion. How about I was thinking we could, what do you think about, and expressing strong preference like, I really love to, I'm not sure that's for me, I prefer. And for the last is negotiating and compromising. The sentences is, that's a good idea, but could we also? What if we combine both ideas? Okay, I can agree with that if we can do this tomorrow. Please remember this useful language for your role play. And now is the scenario. The scenario is you and your friend want to plan a weekend trip together. However, you have different interests. You need to discuss the options and agree on a final plan that you will both enjoy. Okay, just remember the scenario and I will give you 5 minutes to prepare. For Alonza, Dea, and Ota will be one group. Please prepare now. Are you ready, guys?
Yes.
Okay, please come forward. The position?
Like this.
Okay. Please.
Okay. For our trip, I really think we should go camping in mountains. We can hike and sleep under the stars.
Camping.
That sounds uncomfortable. I'd much rather visit the city. We can tour the ancient temple and the new historic museum.
Wait, I have an idea. How about we go to the valley? It has beautiful lakes and outlets to hike down. And Old Town are for me to explore. And I heard they have many local restaurants. We could all be had there. Alright, hike sounds good. But is there any real adventure?
An old town sounds interesting, but I'm not sure it's historically significant.
Yes, the hike around the lake is supposed to challenge your legs, and within the old town has protected heritage side. We go to the village or two activities are first is hiking the lake trail, and second is exploring the old town. Agree? Agree. Yes.
Okay, thank you, please. Okay, good job everyone. Okay, excellent. Great job everyone. You all used great language and negotiate and make decisions together. And maybe this is the end of our class and I'm so sorry for my mistake. See you in next session. Bye bye.